Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel and welcome to our Core Java series. Before this lecture, we have already covered so many concepts like OOPs, identifiers, punctuators. We have done a couple of programs as well. And today we will move on further in our Core Java course. So today's topic is variable and then we'll move on to another concept of Unicode. So first, you already know that we have used variable in all our programs before, but I'll tell you in theory what is that, how do you write it, and what are the examples. So variable is named memory location which is capable of storing different values at different times. Now in algebra also, in mathematics, you would have studied variable, and variable means vary, that means change. The thing which can change and whose values can change is a variable. For example, in Java, if I write int x equals to 10 and later in the program, suppose I'm printing it first, system.out.println x, and later I write x equal to 20 and again then I print it, system.out.println x. Now, what will be the output on the screen? Suppose this is the output window. Okay. Suppose this is a part of the code where public static void main and public class is already written. Okay. So, first executing this, a memory location of x will be created. This is a name memory location whose name is x and a value 10 is assigned to it, right? Because x equals to 10. Now, I am printing this on the screen. So, by this statement, I'll get 10. And then the cursor will move to the next line because it is system.out.println. Now x equals to 20. Now with this line, this 10 will get updated and it will turn to 20. And when I print it, again 20 will be printed. So you see both statements are same here, but still the value coming out on the screen is different. Why? Because x is a variable. Its value can change, its value can vary. So this is what a variable is. Okay, a named memory location which is capable of storing different values at different times, different values at different types. Okay, so let's move on to another topic. This is called Unicode, a very important concept. Now in Java, every character is coded and it has a 2-byte coding system which assigns a unique code to each character. So what is that? Unicode is a 2-byte coding system which allots a unique code number to each character in the computer. Okay, so some of its properties are that it has a range of 0 to 65,535. Then it includes all major spoken languages. Okay, so I'll tell you the Unicode of some of the basic characters which are important. So you have capital A, its Unicode is 65. Then going on to capital Z, its Unicode is 90. Okay, so Unicode of capital B will be 66, of course. Okay, then Unicode of small a is 97. Going on to small z, it is 122. Then Unicode of 0. 0 here is a character, not a number. So it is 48. And going on to 9, which is 57. Now, if you take the Unicode of space, the normal space bar space, it is 32, and Unicode of pi is 227. So these are basic Unicodes. Basically, whenever you write a character, like I'll give you an example. If I write char x and x equals to this character a, this is character constant which I had already told you. So, and I'm writing system dot out dot println, that is, I'm printing it on the screen. So what will be the output? In our computer, when this line runs, x will be created, and it will not store character a as inside, it will store the Unicode of a as 65 inside it. This is not a numeral, this is stored as a Unicode. So when I print it, my x will be printing, that is, it is, as we know, this is character type, so character will be printed on the screen. So 65 is the Unicode of a, so character a will be printed on the screen. Okay, so you are understanding how this a is going inside the memory location as a Unicode and not as a. And then we are printing it, then it's checking what data type it is, that is char, so it is printing a character a and not 65. For example, I'll take another example now. Suppose I'm directly writing this line, system dot out dot println, in bracket I write small, this char in smaller, in another bracket, and then I write the Unicode. Okay, so what will happen? This 65 will get to know that I have to be converted into a character, and the computer will check the Unicode for Unicode 65 represents capital A. So that capital A will be printed on the screen because a character needs to be printed on the screen. The third example can be that I write char x, then I assign the value 65 here. You see, character is this x is character type, but still it's accepting 65. No error will be coming on executing this statement. And then I write system.out.println x. Now what will be the output? Again, a character, a memory location x will be there of character type char, and it will get a value 65. Now when printing and executing this line, x will be printed as a character, and 65 is there, so the 65 is Unicode for a, so a will be printed on the screen. So this way we see that Unicode is very important in Java, and whenever character value is stored in a memory location, then it is stored as a Unicode and not a or whatever character we have mentioned that directly. So character are stored in Unicodes. Now before Unicode was there, another type of coding system was used, that's called ASCII. Let's see that and see what's the difference. But remember, Java uses Unicode. So ASCII coding, ASCII and Unicode. What's the difference between them? The full form of ASCII is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is also a coding system just like Unicode, but it was developed before Unicode system, and it is not as broader as Unicode is. Okay, so it is 1-byte coding system. And our Unicode is 2-byte coding system. That is, it occupies 2 bytes whenever we are using a character, and it occupies 1 byte. But it's not used in Java. So where was it used? It was used by old languages, old programming languages like BASIC, C, C++. And Unicode is still used. It is used in Java, code Java, or we can write Java. It is now used in Visual Basic, VB, etc. And further languages are still using Unicode. So we see what is the difference between the two, ASCII and Unicode, and now we are on to Unicode. So I would like to end my lecture here, and we'll be moving on to next topic as we proceed further. Whatever doubts you have, any queries you have, you can write in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel for further videos. Thank you.